The 2025 Roku Select has an appealing price, but is that its only good feature? Surprisingly, there's a lot to like here for a 4K TV, particularly because I'm currently in a love-hate relationship with my current television, the Samsung Frame TV Pro. I love the older Frame TV because it blends into my room with art mode, but I don't like the new Pro version and it's crazy expensive.
So when I heard Roku had a television of its own that also boasts an art mode, I was interested big time.
But is the 2025 Roku Select Series TV a poor man's Frame TV or a savvy art lover's workaround on a budget? Since the 43-inch TV starts at just $329 Canadian, it is incredibly affordable.
I'm Erin from Tech Gadgets International, and I recently received a 55-inch TV to test out here in my home and find out. I'll look at the picture quality, the setup process, and what the Roku smart interface is like to use, as well as everything you need to know about the art mode. I'll wrap things up with both the pros and the cons of this television so you can see if it might be right for you. I would like to say thank you to Roku for sending me a model to try out in my home for a few weeks. While the company did provide the unit to me to test out, it didn't ask for or receive permission to have any input into this review, so these thoughts are all my own.
Getting started with this budget TV is ultra easy. Just unbox it and then you'll need to attach the legs. All sizes have a 2-leg stand design and require just a screwdriver to install. You can place the feet closer together or further apart depending on if you need stability or room for a soundbar. Peel off the protective films and then turn it on. You'll pair your remote with the TV and the screen will walk you through the setup. It's just a click or two. You will need the Roku app to help you. The bonus is the app lets you do all kinds of additional things like use your phone as a remote control or listen using headphones. You'll walk through a couple of setup steps, which will allow you to connect other devices like a cable box or a gaming console, and the TV will apply the correct label to whichever HDMI port it is connected to. Very handy for organization. When the setup process is finished, you'll automatically be taken to the Roku interface main screen.
In all, the entire unboxing and setup process should only take about 15 minutes for you, as it did for me. Fast and easy.
I've opted to place this TV in my black painted media/movie room that's designed for putting the focus on the video. When it comes to the design, TVs rarely stand out, especially in a dark room like this, and that's the way I like it. It should be all about the picture. Here, the 2025 Roku Select Series has very thin and barely noticeable bezels or edges, save for the bottom where it is a smidge wider, but thanks to the vibrant picture and some good lighting, you'll probably never notice those edges. The back of the TV is quite chubby, and I think it would prevent this set from being flush mounted on the wall.
Like their TV streamers, the TVs run on Roku OS, which is the proprietary operating system. And as far as I know, and last time I checked, you can't install or even sideload Android TV apps onto it. If anybody out there, though, knows differently, please do share in the comments. I'll get to some more on the Roku interface as well coming up.
All Roku Select TVs have 3 left-of-screen HDMI ports, with one of them supporting EARC for your audio return channel. Above those, you'll find a USB-C port, and along the bottom, there's an Ethernet LAN port, an optical audio output, and the old-style antenna cable connector. There is a small reset button along the top of the port lineup in case it's ever needed. The included Roku voice remote is the same one included in the Roku Ultra models. Roku took a safe approach with the design, featuring the usual channel controls along with dedicated buttons for things like Netflix and Apple TV. Also on the remote is a microphone button which can be used for voice searching. There's volume on the side plus a mute button, and unlike some past incarnations of the Roku remote, there is no aux headphone jack in this one, but you don't really need it because the Roku app will make it easy to connect a pair of wireless headphones and listen quietly and privately if you prefer. I'll touch on that coming up. Let's move on to the video quality. The 2025 Roku Select Series uses HDR10+ ultra high resolution 4K video quality. The HDR, or High Dynamic Range 10, is meant to more vibrantly and realistically replicate color and light output, while that 4K resolution is some of the sharpest you can get in a consumer TV today. Now, depending on what you're watching this video on, it might be hard for me to accurately replicate for you what the picture really looks like. I can confirm the intensity and variety of the colors in this TV. It's actually quite remarkable, the subtleties and gradients you're able to see, especially in things like 4K nature videos. I can also notice the density of contrast, although I don't think it replicates really well in this video. There's a lot of different shades from charcoal, though, to absolute black. The TV has a 60 Hz refresh rate, which is about average. If you need something faster, potentially for gaming, you'd want to investigate Roku's Pro models, which have up to 120 Hz refresh rate. The picture quality here overall is solid. It's not the type of TV or really the price range where you could expect to be blown backwards and knocked out of your seat by the quality of the video. What you are getting is solid, but those who might be building a dedicated home theater around their TV might want to explore other, yes, more expensive options.
I think for the average TV viewer, and obviously someone who doesn't compare TVs side by side for a living, you're probably going to see the picture here and think it's just great, and I won't disagree with you.
When it comes to more action-forward movies, the motion was smooth and I didn't find myself cursing motion blur. This TV isn't the fastest on the market, but I think by now we're all used to channels and programs taking a second or two to load anyway. There were plenty of times, though, I got the dreaded buffering. While I was navigating the main menu, that seemed quick enough and fairly responsive.
I was pretty excited about the prospect of this TV potentially replacing my Frame TV Pro. Now, if you want to learn more about why I've been so disappointed with the Frame TV Pro, you can check out the full review here on the channel. The 2025 Roku Select series offers a feature which is called Roku Backdrops, which touts a variety of art to help your TV blend into your space better when it's not being used. Now, figuring out how to do this is not intuitive nor obvious like it is with many other art TVs.
For starters, you may need to enable what's called the Backdrops app, and this might also require installation on your TV, as it did for me. You'll look for the Backdrops app by going to Settings, looking at your home screen menu options, then seeing if you have Backdrops, and then you can open Backdrops, and it may already be in your home screen tile grid. Now, if you don't see it, go to the streaming store and search for the app called Backdrops. Searching for it in the streaming store and adding it manually was what I ended up having to do. From there, you can choose your art. I was actually really impressed by all of the Backdrops options. Now, with that said, I don't think this is the same quality or caliber as something like the Frame TV, mainly due to the fact that the screen here on the Roku still stays really bright while in art mode, and because of that blazing bright screen, it keeps the whole rest of the room lit. Take a look here. In my darkened media room, it's kind of like its own sunrise. I was able to find a setting within Backdrops that allows me to adjust the brightness. I tested it out at all levels of brightness and found that even on the darkest setting, it was still enough to keep the room lit. I think the screen could probably also do with a more robust anti-glare coating too. It's quite reflective and there's a good amount of glare that comes off it.
So while I wouldn't say that Backdrops makes this TV a competitor to the Samsung Frame TV lineup, it is a superb addition to this budget-priced television set, which does make it a lot more interesting to look at when you're not watching videos. And that is one of my favorite features about an art TV, is that it keeps your TV from becoming a black hole in your decor.
While you don't seem to be able to make any adjustments to any of the images or add mats around them, you can upload your own photos. You can do this by opening the Backdrops app and choosing Add Your Photos, and then scan the QR code, which will take you to Roku's Backdrops website. Log in with your Roku credentials, and here you can upload photos from any phone. Now, it actually took about 5 minutes or so for the photos I uploaded online to appear on the bottom of the Backdrops menu on my TV, so if you've uploaded photos but don't see them, give it a few minutes. I was pretty excited to have some of my travel photos become beautiful backdrops for this room. I'm also glad to say enabling Backdrops happens automatically on your TV anytime you go to power it off.
Roku OS here is a nice little escape of an operating system if you want your TV to be entirely free of the increasing bloat that Google and Amazon seem to be adding to their TV operating systems.
The Roku OS interface is refreshingly clean and minimal, with easy access to apps on your home screen and a simple bar showing recommended content on top. Of course, all the usual suspects are lined up here too when it comes to streaming. You'll find Apple TV, YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon Prime all preloaded. Just sign in with your existing credentials and you're ready to watch. Even if you don't have streaming subscriptions, the Roku Live TV feature gives you access to over 500 TV channels, including Roku's own free channel. While there's no dedicated voice assistant, you can still use the remote control's built-in mic to conduct simple voice searches, even if they are a tad on the slow side to execute. If you want to stream content from your phone, the Roku Select series offers both Apple AirPlay and casting from an Android device. I was easily able to AirPlay videos from my phone directly to my Roku TV with just a couple of taps, and I'm glad they made it so simple and seamless.
Yes, Mom. Bring you the car rides. Yes, Mom.
Built-in TV speakers are never as good as a soundbar or proper speakers, and here the built-in speakers are merely fine. I opted to connect them to an amplifier and dedicated speakers from my home theater room here that does provide much better audio quality, and I recommend anyone that can do that does.
One of the features I think is great about this TV is that you can pair almost any pair of Bluetooth headphones to the TV so that you can listen privately without disturbing others.
Using this feature is incredibly easy also. Just connect your favorite headphones to your smartphone or tablet, then open the Roku app and tap the headphone button. This will automatically redirect the television's audio to the headphones tied to your phone.
Overall, if you're looking at this TV, there is a lot to like, but it does feel a little bit like Roku stopped part way with this TV. It's good, but not outstanding, and it has some nice features, but nothing that's gonna blow you away. I think this TV is best for someone who doesn't have the need for a super high-end, high-fidelity picture, but who wants a solid quality 4K TV, and it's likely to be on the short list of someone who's already a fan of the very simple Roku interface. And of course, its budget price makes it a lot more accessible for everyone. Let's go over the pros and the cons so you can see if this TV might be right for you.
On the pro side, the screen is quite good, the color is vibrant, and the Roku operating system is super easy to use, and it comes with a full-service remote. The TV is light and slim and puts the focus on the 4K video. I like the addition of backdrops as an option, and it does offer quite a bit of artwork for your TV for free, which is a refreshing change from Samsung's monthly fees. You can even add your own photos here too. I also really love the option of being able to connect headphones to the app for private listening, plus with AirPlay or casting, you've got options for how to enjoy your content. And of course, that it's extremely low priced for a 4K TV makes it incredibly appealing. So what are the cons? Someone aiming for a top-of-the-line home theater setup might not find enough vibrancy or detail in the video quality to make the Roku Select series enticing. Backdrops, I think, could also be easier to set up, and the screen should really be more responsive for it with automatic or dynamic lighting adjustment that dims it to a more relaxing brightness. This is one of those halfway features I was talking about. While it does give you something to look at, Roku doesn't seem like it's fully integrated art mode into the TV, so it really is more like a simple screensaver than a true artistic integration.
Depending on how you want to use a TV like this, you'll have to weigh those pros with the cons, but I actually think this is a really good TV with solid video quality and some outstanding extra features. And considering its price point, I think it's going to serve the average TV shopper incredibly well. It sells for about $329 Canadian for the 43-inch model, and if you're not sure this one is right for you, you can check out some other options I've reviewed, including the Frame TV Pro, which you already heard I am not a fan of, or see what some competitors are offering right now.